Chevrolet may have just rewritten the rulebook for America's most famous sports car, because the 2027 Corvette C9 is shaping up to be something far more radical than another generation of Corvette. This is the moment when Chevrolet could take everything we thought we knew about the Corvette and throw it straight out the window. And the biggest question is not whether the C9 will be faster. It's whether Chevrolet is preparing to turn the Corvette into an entirely different kind of performance machine. Stay with me, because by the end, we're getting to the one change that could completely redefine what the Corvette name means. The C9 arrives at a fascinating time. The Corvette has already transformed from a traditional front-engine American sports car into a mid-engine supercar fighter with the C8. That move alone shocked the automotive world, but Chevrolet knows it cannot simply repeat the same formula forever. The next Corvette has to raise the stakes again, and everything surrounding the C9 suggests that evolution could be dramatic. Expect a lower, wider, more aggressive silhouette, sharper aerodynamic surfaces, and a design that looks less like a conventional sports car and more like an American exotic. The front end could become even more aggressive, with slimmer lighting, larger air intakes, and aerodynamic channels designed to push air around the body rather than simply through it. The Corvette has always been about visual drama, but the C9 could make that drama functional. Every crease, vent, and sculpted surface could have a purpose. From the side, a tighter cabin and dramatically shaped bodywork would give the car an even more exotic stance, while the rear could feature an evolution of Corvette's signature lighting and a much more aggressive aerodynamic package. But the real story is underneath. Chevrolet has an enormous challenge ahead: more performance without turning the Corvette into an impossible to live with machine. That means advanced chassis technology, smarter suspension tuning, improved braking, and potentially even more sophisticated torque management. The goal would be simple: make the C9 feel brutally fast on a track while remaining surprisingly controllable on the street. And then there is the powertrain question. The Corvette has already entered the hybrid era with the E-Ray and pushed extreme performance even further with the ZR1. So the C9 could take electrification to another level. A high-output internal combustion engine working with electric assistance could deliver explosive acceleration while improving traction and response. And if Chevrolet combines that with lightweight construction and intelligent all-wheel drive technology, the C9 could challenge performance cars costing dramatically more. That is where things get really interesting. Chevrolet doesn't need the C9 to simply beat the previous Corvette. It needs to threaten cars from brands that have traditionally occupied a completely different price bracket. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, McLaren, the Corvette has already started stepping into that territory, and the C9 could push even deeper into it. If you love cars that deliver outrageous performance without an outrageous badge price, hit like and subscribe, because this is exactly the kind of automotive battle that could define the next decade. Inside, expect Chevrolet to focus heavily on technology and driver engagement. A more advanced digital cockpit, premium materials, improved seating, and a cleaner dashboard could make the C9 feel less like a traditional American sports car and more like a genuine global supercar. But there is a delicate balance here. Corvette buyers still want buttons they can understand, controls they can reach, and an interior that feels built around driving rather than simply displaying technology. And that brings us to the biggest mystery: price. Chevrolet's secret weapon has always been value. The Corvette formula works because it gives buyers performance that seems impossible for the money. If the C9 becomes dramatically more sophisticated, more powerful, and more technologically advanced, prices could climb. But if Chevrolet manages to preserve its aggressive pricing strategy, the C9 could become one of the most disruptive performance cars of its generation. There is also one potential hidden flaw. More technology, hybrid hardware, advanced aerodynamics, and higher performance can mean more weight. And weight is the enemy of a sports car. Chevrolet could solve that through lighter materials and smarter engineering. But if the C9 becomes too heavy, it could lose some of the raw character that made the Corvette legendary in the first place. That is why the 2027 Corvette C9 matters so much. Chevrolet is not simply building another Corvette. It is potentially deciding how the American supercar evolves in an era where electrification, extreme performance, and rising prices are changing the entire industry. And if Chevrolet gets the balance right, the C9 could do something even more impressive than setting a new acceleration record. It could prove that America doesn't need to follow the supercar rulebook anymore. It can write its own.